Good morning. Welcome to Al-Amin TV. In a world spinning faster than ever, today's headlines echo the pulse of humanity, its triumphs, tensions, and transformations. From the corridors of power to the front lines of science, this is your global update for September 16th, 2025. Politics and government. India-US trade talks resume. After years of tariff tensions, India and the United States hold their first in-person trade talks in New Delhi. Delegations aim to resolve disputes over Russian oil purchases and digital trade barriers. UK summons Russian ambassador. Britain reacts strongly to alleged Russian airspace violations, escalating diplomatic tensions. Nepal in crisis. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli resigns amid political instability. Military involvement looms as the country seeks direction. UN budget reform. The United Nations unveils a $500 million budget cut for 2026, launching its UN 80 initiative to mark its 80th anniversary. Economics and business. BRICS pushes for global stability. Indian Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar calls for BRICS nations to counter failing multilateralism. Shrimp export crisis in India. Andhra Pradesh faces major losses due to new U.S. tariffs on seafood. Hire bill in the U.S. President Trump pushes legislation requiring foreign firms to hire and train American workers following a raid on Hyundai's battery plant. Sports. India's sporting spirit. India celebrates victories in regional cricket and athletics while preparing for the upcoming Asian Games. Global football transfers. European clubs finalize last-minute deals as FIFA's transfer window closes. Sudan's sports halted. Ongoing violence in Sudan forces suspension of all national sports events. Entertainment and culture. A Venice Film Festival wraps. A wave of socially conscious cinema dominates the awards, with African and South Asian filmmakers gaining global acclaim. TikTok deal progress. US and China inch closer to a resolution over TikTok's data sovereignty issues. Bollywood's tribute season. Indian cinema gears up for a month of biopics and tributes, including one honoring 𝗔𝗟. Mumtaz Ahmed Khan. Science and technology. IAEA nuclear warning. The IAEA urges nations to recommit to non-proliferation amid rising global tensions. AI in healthcare. New AI models show promise in early cancer detection, with trials underway in Japan and Germany. SpaceX Mars cargo test. SpaceX completes a successful cargo simulation for its 2026 Mars mission. India's quantum leap. ISRO announces a quantum satellite launch scheduled for early 2026. Social issues and health. Global pandemic treaty stalls. WHO urges nations to overcome final hurdles in signing the Global Pandemic Treaty. A gender equality warning. UN Women warns that over 350 million women may remain in extreme poverty by 2030 without urgent action. Yemen's crisis deepens. Famine, fighting, and aid worker detentions push Yemen closer to collapse. Mental health in focus. New studies link urban noise pollution to rising anxiety levels in youth across Asia and Europe. Environment. Sudan's ecological collapse. UN warns of environmental degradation amid conflict in Darfur. India's green push. PM Modi launches 36,000 Indian rupees crore development projects in Bihar, including green infrastructure and airport upgrades. Climate diplomacy. US do move closer to secondary sanctions on nations buying Russian oil, citing environmental concerns. Ocean acidification alert. Marine biologists report alarming acidification levels in the Pacific, threatening coral ecosystems. As the sun rises on September 16th, the world stands at a crossroads between conflict and cooperation, crisis and innovation. These headlines are not just news. They're signals, stories, and sparks for change. Stay informed, stay inspired. This is the report of the day. Thanks for watching Al-Amin TV.